Hey my lovelies, I hope you're all safe and well. It's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do April's Tarot Scope guidance reading. As ever, I'm going to be working with the beautiful Guided Pause Tarot, which is my own deck, and we will follow through with a cheeky Witch's Rune reading, just to sort of see what's happening, what's going on, see where the energies are taking us. I feel like there's been a really important change, a really important gear shift already. So let's have a look and see what's happening. Let's see what's going on. So as ever, sorry if you can hear any sort of background noise. There's sort of workmen outside my house. So if you can hear any sort of like sawing or anything or drilling, apologies about that. It's a bit loud, but hopefully it won't be too intrusive in this video. So these are the cards. Let's give them a knock. Let's give them a shuffle. Let's see what's happening for our April time. So we're going to be asking about our opportunities for April, any sort of areas of vulnerability or concern, and then continuations of things to be sort of, continuing to sort of work upon. And then, like I say, then we'll follow through with a Witch's Rune and see if that has anything additional to sort of say. Okay. Let's just see where all these energies are taking us at the moment. Interesting, very, very interesting. Okay, so let's just put those to one side. So let's look at these cards and sort of see what's going on. So as we're going into card number one, this is our opportunities. This is things to sort of harness. Queen of Sticks. So Queen of Sticks in this deck would be the same as Queen of Wands in more conventional tarot. So Queen of Sticks, Queen of Wands, it's about being fabulous. It's about showing up as you, sitting on the throne, placing the crown upon your head. Really, this is about nurturing and harnessing your magic, your ability, and it's really giving yourself permission to have the experiences of life that you want to have. So what I love with the Queen of sort of Wands or Queen of Sticks is she is nurturing, she is caring, but she's very determined to continue to sort of sit upon the throne, to rule the energy in the way that she needs to continue to get the best return from life. The little black cat there is warding off the negativity. It's warding off any sort of the evil spirit, any sort of underhanded energies. I love the fact that we're in springtime now. Well, actually, officially, we're in sort of British summertime. That's actually kicked in, but I still feel like we're very much in the spring energy. But we've got this lovely sort of beautiful sort of, I don't know if it is a sunflower. I think it is. Just opening up, revealing its kind of gorgeous petals, and it feels like everything being nourished, everything blossoming, everything coming into a place of bloom and just fabulousness. The red carpet's there and it's ready to just walk, so it's literally like, if you think of April time, think of this bit of mantra of like roll out the red carpet. That's like the feeling I get from this energy. I think it's going to be a time to just walk and be really true, be really authentic in your approach, but walk the journey, walk where you kind of have to go to, and be okay with being in that energy, so that's pretty interesting. Now then, things to watch out for, vulnerabilities, things that we just need to pay a bit of attention to. We've got the Four of Leads coming in. So Four of Leads in this deck would be the same as the Four of Swords in more conventional tarot. Sometimes this card shows if we're maybe spreading ourselves too thin, being available to lots of pockets of space. It's a little bit like at times spinning plates, and maybe we need to just pause, maybe we need to stop, maybe we just need to catch our breath. So if some of you have been pushing yourself very hard, maybe in the month of April there's going to be a bit of a holiday that's needed or is necessary, and a little bit of rest, a little bit of recharge, a little bit of a recuperation, I feel, So this could both be physically as well as spiritually and mentally. Maybe some of you have just been sort of pushing the energy so hard, you're running the risk of sort of having that crash and burn. Sometimes this card shows if there's the risk of illness. So be careful this month with, germs and energy of that nature. Make sure you're not sort of trying to, I know nobody ever tries to pick up bugs and everything, but make sure you're aware if there are people around you that are ill, that you don't come down with stuff yourself. But also I think that there's an importance here of self-care. So there's just a need to make sure that you're managing your self-care. So taking that time for rest, for recharge, for meditation, to just slow things down a little bit. And what I love with this particular pictation is even though we have these leads hanging, which look a little bit sort of, you know, heavy, this one's wrapped up in the shape of the heart. And I think it is about that self-care, that self-love. So if you've been avoiding that, or if you haven't been putting that as a priority as much as you should be, maybe self-care is just being reminded for us this month of April. And with our final card, as we're sort of moving forward, we're going into the things to kind of keep creating, the things to keep showing up for, the things to still be fabulous with. And we've got the energy of the Fool. The Fool is about traveling light. It's almost not getting kind of caught up in all this heaviness and all this sort of overwhelmment over here. Traveling light, continuous shedding, continuous detachment, letting things go, letting things be, having some fun. The Fool is about being very secure, very at peace with oneself. And so you don't need to have loads of garbage, loads of sort of clutter coming with you. It is just traveling light, energetically, physically, with connections, people. The White Rose, that real symbolic energy of unconditional love and eternal peace within your own essence. And being able to show up, to have fun, to be a bit crazy, to be a bit playful. I love the pictation of this doggy here because, you know, this doggy's called Bailey, and just looks mad. And it is all about, we're in a very mad world, and I think it's about just being able to actually have some fun, not to take any of it too seriously, because life is important, but we're all here as a tourist, just traveling through our timeline, and eventually we will go back to the spirit world. And it is important, but I think like sometimes life gets so consuming over here, we miss out on the adventures, we miss out on the experiences. So this is almost like lighten up a little bit, have a bit more fun. Don't stress about things that are, you know, actually not that important in the grand scheme of things. So interesting with those cards. I hope you can make a bit of sense of them. Let's follow through with the Cheeky Witch's rune and just see if there's any additional messages, can't speak today, or pieces of information. So channeling these runes for the highest of good. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, this is sort of continuing to show up. So we've got the rune of the Psychic Eye. Also, I like to say the Eye of Protection, and I think it is. I think it's witnessing, observing. Not everything needs a reaction, not everything needs a response, but certainly seeing the energy, seeing the behavior of things going on around you, witnessing things. Also, this is quite an intuitive rune when it comes up, so I think it's always reminding us to really trust our own intuition on things. So if you're getting gut feelings throughout April time of something, or have this real knowing that you feel something is about to happen or come to be, even if other people don't see it, or kind of, you know, it's not known to them, if you're feeling a certain way, pay attention, because this kind of rune is encouraging us to really trust our gut feeling in all situations, good, bad, light and dark, in all of it, you know. But it might be quite a psychic time for some of us. It might be quite a sort of spiritually switched on time for some of us as well. But definitely where we're needing to put the protection in, put your safeguarding in place so that you can keep traveling light, and everything else, you know. So yeah, I hope that makes a little bit of sense for this. So I think, to recap in a nutshell, wear the crown with pride, be fabulous, walk the red carpet, be true to you, because that's your best gift to the world. Make sure you're not overdoing it. Make sure you're not taking yourself into a space of burnout, both physically or mentally, or spiritually. Keep the balance of everything. Travel light, have fun, be fabulous, take a chance, take a risk. The Fool is also about kind of stepping out of one's comfort zone. So doing things that you wouldn't usually get to do, or you wouldn't necessarily get to do normally. Take a chance, take a risk, because we're here for such a short time, you know, and just enjoy the connections, the journey. Even if it doesn't work out or it doesn't go to plan, at least you can say, I gave that a go, I gave that a good try, whatever, you know. So I hope it makes a bit of sense. And just keep an eye on things with this, you know, in a nutshell. So what do I need to let you know about? A couple of cheeky shouts. We've got some really exciting things happening in April. Thank you so much if you've already secured spaces to come and see me for in-person readings. I'm going to be over in Collective Dreams this coming Saturday, and I think there are still a couple of spaces left, so get booking those in the shop at Burnham-on-Sea. Would be great to see you there. And then what else have we got going on? So then on the Saturday the 11th, I am in Frome and doing a sold out day of private one-to-one readings. So thank you very much if you've secured a space to come and see me there at Carpe Noctem. And then on the Sunday, the 12th, I am running an in-person Witches Rune workshop. Very limited to numbers. I've had a couple of people already sign on to the course, so thank you very much. There are spaces for a couple more. I will need a deposit, or you can choose to pay in full if you prefer. So if you want to come along and learn all about the magic, the power, and how to use and work with the witches' runes in both readings, healing, and spell work, drop me a message. Let's get you booked on. It'd be great to see you there on the course. Like I say, a couple of spaces are still available. That's also going to be happening in Carpe Noctem shop in Frome on the Sunday. And then what else have we got going on? And then sort of I've got Frome demonstration of mediumship coming up at Foxy's Den on Saturday the 25th of April. Mum will also be there at that one with her stall as well. So if you're thinking you'd like to come and see me in Foxy's Den in Frome, grab a ticket, come along. It's going to be amazing. It's always a fantastic night. One of my favourite places to demo to. Frome is going to be the only date that I do this year for my tour. So come and support or run the risk of missing out. And then finally, for April time, we've got on Wednesday the 29th, I am back up in Blackburn, going back up north at the Empire Theatre. Did it last year. It was a huge success. It was fantastic. Back there this year. Can't wait. Really looking forward to it. So Blackburn, Empire Theatre. If you're in and around the Blackburn, Lancashire area, come and support. Come and grab a ticket. It's going to be a really fun night. There's going to be some beautiful connections with the world of spirit. There might be some cheeky sparkle, banter and swearing, but it's going to be a fantastic night. So I'm really excited for April. I just think it's going to be really beautiful, really special. There may be a lot of other little dates and things that pop up in between, but that's how it's looking as the collective scope at the moment. So keep shining bright, look after yourselves. Thank you so much for all the love and support within my work and everyone that's been supporting the tour so far. And I'll catch up with some of you lovelies very soon. Take care, much love, bye for now.